I respect everybody until they earn my disrespect. Well, I predicted a little while back that a few different things are going to happen that I believe are going to lead to martial law so that old bunghole can keep his perch. I don't believe that the arrogant, narcissistic son of a bitch will ever leave the White House willingly. He will need to be let out in chains and cuffs. Now, just lately, just real lately, this past week, we've been hearing about the knockout games, or polar bear hunting, or whatever the little maggots that perpetrate this crime call it. Because different areas of the country, it's called a different game. But it is all the same game. This is black gangs. So there's always more than one. It's never one-on-one. It is black gangs targeting lone whites for no other reason than to sucker punch them and knock them out. There's no theft. They don't take anything. Most of the time they don't say anything. But a lot of the times Trayvon is involved. Giggling, laughing. But it is now starting to come to the forefront and actually be reported on the mainstream media. By mainstream, I'm going to say Fox News. Nobody else is reporting this still. What they do report is this pathetic, factless reports. And they'll tell you that roving gangs of teens. They don't tell you that they're all black. They just say roving gangs of teens. And if you watch Shill O'Reilly, you can watch him push this narrative. Shill O'Reilly, Mr. Plausible Deniability. This guy's an asshole. He puts a spin when he wants to put a spin, but he won't tell you the facts. And the facts, if he had looked into it, see, Shill O'Reilly is not a reporter. Let's get something straight. He started his career in the entertainment news industry. Do you know what the entertainment news industry? That's the people that make the big headlines out of Kardashian taking a piss in a parking lot on national TV. That's what entertainment news is. And if you look at Fox's license, Fox News license, it's an entertainment license, not a news license. But anyway, as I said, there is a notable difference in the way Shill O'Reilly reports and the way, say, Megyn Kelly or Sean Hannity report. They tell you the facts. And this has been going on for years. This Polar Bear Club, knockout game, whatever you want to call it, it's been going on for a long time. Colin Flaherty is a reporter and the only reporter who has kept up with this scourge. And it is a growing problem. He wrote a book called White Girl Bleed a Lot. I highly recommend it for anybody that wants to be in the know. We have old bunghole standing in front of the nation running his ignorant mouth about how when he walked up on cars he heard the doors locked. When he got on an elevator, women clutched their purses around him. He's a fucking liar. He grew up with privilege. He doesn't know what it means to be a black man in society. He knows what it means to be a privileged black man in society. They're not the same. No ways near. So, now, all of a sudden, it is being brought to the forefront, the racist, the race card, the race issue. And it's funny how we can have a beer summit because some professor got arrested, but Obunghole will not mention ever. Remember this, he won't ever mention this. The knockout games, the Polar Bear Club. No, he will never, ever mention this. Why? Well, because his skin color reflects the skin color of the little maggots perpetrating this crime. See, he just wants to be the, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. Fucking retard. And we'll have Attorney Holder chasing after a guy for non-existent race crime. Nobody notices this? That right there is a race crime. Black Eric Holder searching, looking, actually creating a web place where people can go to complain about George Zimmerman's racial issues in the past. He's digging. He's digging deep. That's a race crime. He's trying to put a racist label on George Zimmerman, who never did a racial thing ever in his life. Holder is the racist. Remember Holder, the one that turned the other way when the crack Pampers were outside of polling booths? Didn't do anything. It was Holder who turned the other way when them same crack Pampers put out a bounty on George Zimmerman. Not a fucking word, not one word from the Attorney General of the United States of America. Eric Holder is a racist. Now, let's talk about ORCA. ORCA Wimpy had the audacity to run her fat fucking mouth about how most of the opposition in this country to a bunghole is because of his skin color. Can't be because the son of a bitch goes against everything in the Constitution, which he supposedly studied. What did he study? How to rip it up? How to wipe his ass with it? Because this son of a bitch has done nothing but go against that Constitution since day one. But ORCA wants to make every black kid in this country think that if you're against old bunghole, you're against his skin color and his skin color alone. Racist pig. Then this racist pig goes on to say, in order for racism to go away in this country, old white men who were marinating in this racism need to die. That's a fucking lie. It's a bald-faced, blatant fucking lie. You want to know how I know? Who are old bunghole's staunchest supporters? Let's have a look at it. Let me see. Oh, how about a fossilized turd named Harry Reid? How about another old fossilized turd going by the name of Nancy Pignosy? How about another retard, Frankenstein? These are old fossils. These are from the old school, marinating in their racism. Staunchest supporters of this piece of shit. Muslim dog in our White House. Fraud usurper. Seems to me ORCA Wimpy doesn't know what the hell she's talking about, does it? The old white marinating in racism men in this country need to die. Really? You know who need to die, ORCA? Is these little animals perpetrating these crimes, just walking up to somebody and smashing them in the face unsuspecting. And then you people actually have the fucking audacity to turn it around on white America because we crossed the street when a bunch of you animals walk up on us? It's our fault that you perpetrated that kind of image upon yourselves. And when I cross the street to avoid you, I'm a racist. I'm not intelligent. I'm not avoiding a conflict. I'm racist because I know about these fucking crimes and these animals that go around perpetrating them. And the fact that the animals are all black and they're all in a crowd. They're never alone. Cowardly act. Then we have Charles Barkley, another asshole. Ran his mouth about he has absolutely no intentions of taking the word nigger out of his vernacular. Because he's a black man, and he will say that word anytime he wants. In and amongst his white friends, in and amongst his black friends. When the reporter asked him, well, When is it inappropriate for a white man to use that word? Because Barkley had said that his white friends use it as well as his black friends. And when the reporter asked him, how would a white man know when it's inappropriate to use that word? Barkley's response was, if he gets hit in the mouth, it was the wrong time to use it. So basically, you can use the word nigger when approved by a nigger. Other than that, white boys aren't allowed to use that word. We got to use, what's the appropriate word? Somebody's going to have to teach us this. We're going to have some new lessons, little Common Core in there, to teach us white boys when the appropriate time to say nigger is. Charles told us so. ORCA tells us that, well, we got to start killing off the old black men in order to get rid of racism. You don't think that was a message to the little black boys going around doing this shit? Oh, it was. It was a subliminal message to the rest of the little animals to keep perpetrating this crime. Racism was at an all-time low when this illegal alien Muslim dog took our White House, when he usurped our government. All-time low. And that can be confirmed by the fact that Orca Wimpy, the one with the big mouth, one of the richest women to ever come out of America, is black. Wow. Nice job for a bunch of racist white boys, huh? Oh, bunghole. A black man in the White House. I don't know, Orca. You're starting to sound like an ignorant fucking bitch. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and you're stirring up the racial shit. You're a race baiter. Go sit with Al and Jesse. That's where you belong. You're a race baiter. Along with Holder. He's a racist. Verifiable in my eyes. Another one. Black man. One of the highest positions in this country. Attorney General. Got put there by a nation of racists, huh? We're so racist in this country. We can't get past the fact that a black man is in the White House. That's not our issue. Our issue is some son of a bitch who made every promise to stay with the Constitution has done everything against it. Everything. Oh, bunghole scare? 100% unconstitutional. The United States government has absolutely no right telling me I have to buy anything. For any reason. If they could have, don't you think that the United States government would have had me shopping at the company store years ago? 100 years ago they would have had people on the company payroll, on the company store. We pay you money, you spend it on our shit. That's where it's going, you understand. This socialism, this socialized medicine, that's exactly where that's going. But he wants more than that. Any socialized country socializes its medicine first, or its delivery of medicine first. There's no aspect of your life that is more impersonal than your health care. The relationship between you and your doctor is one of the most sacred. And O'Bunghole just slid himself in between you two. I have absolutely no intention of following this unconstitutional mandate. I have absolutely excuse me. I have absolutely no intention of paying a fine. I have absolutely no intention of going with any of O'Bunghole's executive orders or actions. He's a fraud who must be exposed. We better look out, ladies and gentlemen. We could have a race war stirred up by O'Bunghole, Holder, Orca, Barkley. Be aware of your surroundings, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're white. Now, why don't we look at the, let's see how many crimes have been committed against whites on blacks. and then look at the opposite, and you tell me what's going on in this country. Good luck, America. God bless us all.